Hello, hello.
Sorry.
Hi, everybody. Just letting everyone in, so take a moment to just relax and give gratitude to yourself for making it tonight. You can have your camera on or off, that is totally up to you. If everyone could mute themselves, I don't know how to mute all actually. If anyone can let me know how to mute all, that would be cool. And hopefully you guys can hear some music. We'll do a bit of a sound check in a few minutes as well.
Sarah, if you click on participants, it should give you the option to mute all in there.
Okay, I'm in there. I'm letting people in the waiting room.
Down at the
Oh, the
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
No
you.
worries.
Right. Wow. 31 so far. That's amazing. Um, I'm going to use the chat box for people to be able to communicate with me and each other because it'll probably be easier until the very end. Um, if you want to drop where you are dialing in from in the chat box, that would be amazing to see who we've got and where you're coming from. Okay, I think we've got nearly everyone in now. London, Cork, Kildare, Kilkenny, Dublin, Galway, Cork, Cambridge, Surrey, Galway, Chester, London, Portslade, Dublin, another Portslade, Maynooth, Kildare, Newcastle, Dublin, Nottingham, Cork. Yay, we've got just above Seattle. Awesome. Rugby. Manchester, Shore and Beach. Woohoo! Mayfield, East Sussex. Amazing.
Yeah.
Global group we've got. All right, I'm just going to try mute all. That button isn't working for me. Okay. Oh, okay, right. There we go. Amazing. So, has everyone got water with them and a candle? We will open our circle or healing meditation tonight by lighting a candle. I've got a fresh one here. Let somebody in. So we invite light, physical light, to join us together tonight across the oceans, the seas, wherever you are tonight. We are all together as one. And this light wave that we are going to create, this web of light, web of healing, is going to be powerful. You can pin me if you didn't know to as a speaker, so you can pin me. You can either view as a gallery or view speaker, and you should be able to see me big. And tonight, for the first time ever, I am not presenting a PowerPoint. For those who have been on many of my things are probably delighted. Let me just turn this down for a second. So welcome, everybody. I'm so grateful to you for being here on this special evening together. It was a few weeks ago, and I was feeling very, very negative, very down. I'm sure you'll all remember the week that started with International Women's Day and ended with Mother's Day, and it was a roller coaster for women. And I was feeling all the emotions, and I felt very triggered, and not just triggered by my lifetime experiences. I felt a deep triggering in my bones, in my DNA, my cellular DNA. Deep within me, I felt fear, anger, judgment, guilt, shame, frustration, amongst many other things. Um, and I thought, why don't we get together and actually just try and release these things from deep within us, as well as having an open invitation to the higher selves of all women. Now, when I say women, I do mean anyone and everyone identifying as women. Okay, so I'm just going to say all women, but that's what I mean. So that's just to clarify that. Um, let me just get my notes. I'm going to talk for a little bit first, if that's okay, before we get into the meditation, so you can just um, relax, and then I will kind of guide you to get into a much more comfortable state before we get into the meditation. But to start with, I want us to take 3 conscious breaths, and I'll guide you through that. You can take normal breaths in between these breaths, but this is just to take 3 very conscious breaths to start before we take on this information and before we go into the meditation. Okay, so just closing your eyes for a moment now, we're going to take our first conscious breath and just let 2 more people in. Hang on. Okay, I think they're in now. So closing your eyes, just kind of exhaling out, and then taking 1 full, deep, conscious breath in. And out. Just intend or ask to call all parts of yourself home now into your present body. And on the next conscious breath, I want you to bring your awareness into your heart. Deep breath in. And then our next conscious breath, we're just going to breathe in from the earth up into our body, rooting and grounding us. Just really focusing on dropping down, connecting with the earth. Breathing in. Okay. Getting yourself settled, opening your eyes, drinking water throughout this event whenever you need it. So, I wanted to spend a bit of time talking about the divine feminine. A lot of people don't really know what that term means, and it means a lot of different things to different people. I believe it is an energy of pure source that is within every single one of us. It is our connection to source or God or universal energy or one love or whatever you think is high above in the sky looking after us. Divine feminine energy is a remembrance of our own power, our connection to our own authentic self. And it is a power or energy that connects to and nurtures our soul. So we have a soul within us, sitting in our heart space or within our body. We have our mind that is purely there, designed to protect us, which can often stop us and block us from doing things that we want. And then above us, we have another part of our soul, our higher self. And that higher self lives in the unseen realms. And above that again is source and God's universal love energy. So this divine feminine energy is our birthright. It is our access to that source. It's the spark of love within every single one of us. It is our ability to heal ourselves from deep within us. It is our ability to connect to our own soul, to know what lights us up, to know what we want to do in life. Many women have disconnected from this part of ourselves. and from this source of energy through fear. But some women have been able to embody this. Some women have lived and walked the earth, combining their divinity and their humanity. Mary Magdalene is one of these women. And so is Joan of Arc. Let me just read out some of these names. The Black Madonna, Bridget, Diana, Fatima, Freya, Green Tara, Isis, Kali, Lakshmi, Lalita, Lilith, Mary Magdalene, Mary of Nazareth, Perpetua, Pope Joan, Kuan Yin, Saint Bridget, Sappho, Sarawati, Teresa of Avila, Thecla, and many, many more women. And these are all found in this card deck, The Divine Feminine, which is from Megan Watterson. And anyone that knows me will know that I talk about Megan Watterson a lot and Mary Magdalene. And the book that I would recommend to learn more about Mary Magdalene is Mary Magdalene Revealed. So I wanted to introduce Mary Magdalene tonight because so this disconnection from our divine source through fear, through masculine conditioning and programming and history, we don't have a lot of trust in men because of what they have done. We have had decades thousands of years of suppression and oppression. So it is no wonder that we have disconnected and we are afraid to reconnect to this source of energy within us. Mary Magdalene walked alongside Yeshua, or Jesus, back in Nazareth at the beginning of, these centuries that we now call ourselves in. And Mary and Yeshua preached side by side, and the message of the early Christians was that everyone is connected and no one is better than anyone else. We are all equal, men and women, peasants and kings. That was their message. They were sharing love and also sharing tools for people to connect with this divine source of energy, the divine masculine and the divine feminine in balance. They wanted and preached and helped and supported people to have a balance of the masculine and feminine with each individual body. So Caesar at the time was not a fan of this teaching because he created a hierarchical structure that served him and his pals. So we know the story and what played out for Jesus. And what happened with Mary Magdalene afterwards is that she went back to the apostles and shared with them that she had seen him in her vision. She could connect to him in the afterlife. She was connected to him in spirit when they were together on earth, and she now had made connection with him as he'd passed over. They asked to learn about the teachings that she had learned from him that they had not been told themselves. So she started to teach them. And many of the male apostles would not believe and accept the teachings because they felt that he loved her more than them, and jealousy came into the world that they were in. They had been in a state of equilibrium. They had been in a state of balance. There was male and female apostles at that time. And so they started to disbelieve her and create a divide. And I feel that divide, that root, that spark, that shifted something for humanity, where Mary Magdalene was not believed. She spoke her truth and she was discounted, discredited. And then I believe came, it's not safe to be seen, it's not safe to be heard, it's not safe to be me, I am not worthy, I'm not good enough. These beliefs, I believe, started at this point. Now may have been created before this, but I feel very strongly that something changed after Jesus died, and the way his brothers started to view his sisters in the apostle group. Anyway, she wrote a gospel. And at the time, in the 4th century, so 400 years later, when they were creating the religion of Catholicism, they picked and chose various gospels to form the Bible. They left out texts that described men and women as equal, that showed that there was a balance between the two. So that means they left out Mary Magdalene's gospel, the gospel of Philip, and the gospel of Thomas. These have been added into the New Testament. I can't remember the name of it, but if you wanted to investigate further, there has been a new version of the Bible created with all of these missing texts. At the time that this was created, the Bible was created, the monks who were transcribing them were told to destroy the other gospels. But some very brave monks in Egypt saved 3 copies and hid them, buried them in various places. They have all been found, but the same pages from that text has been removed in all 3 texts. So the same pages where Mary asks Jesus something very crucial as to how to embody this amazing light and how to embody our divinity in humanity, those pages are missing. I pray that someday we will be able to cope with whatever that message is for humanity, and they will be unearthed in some way, shape or form. Maybe they were removed and placed somewhere else for protection. So you can see why Mary Magdalene is so important, certainly to women who have been raised in the Catholic Church. This is very it was very healing to me when I learnt about her journey and her message and her gospel, because I resonated so much with her teachings, and it was like, this is the religion or the spiritual teaching I have always been wanting and never received, and many of us never received. Okay, so because of what happened in the 4th century, women were obviously right at the bottom of the pecking order, and we have therefore been programmed to not connect to this divine feminine power within us, to not trust our intuition, to not use our intuition, because every time we have in history, something's gone wrong. We've been persecuted, killed. I won't even talk about the ways that has happened. So we have this deep within us. Many of you here have already done my ancestral trauma stuff. You know how things get passed down through our immediate parents, our grandparents, etc. So why isn't the pain and trauma of 2000 years ago also not within us? It is. And I don't think we realize this properly. Women are stepping up. Women are healing. Look at this group, look at this circle, look at all the women's circles that you see around you. Women are doing amazing work to bring balance to the collective, to bring balance to their own personal life. Everything starts within. We all know this. It can be painful. It can be really hard to see that, but it all starts within. We have to do the work. And as we do the work, it ripples out to the collective. The more people that embody more light energy, more frequency, more joy, more love, the more that spreads. And who's going to benefit most is our children and the future generations. This stops with us. We want to reconnect ourselves so we can share with our children how to reconnect with their own power and their own energy. Okay. Has anyone any questions about my little ranty speech? Anyone anything to share? Okay. Please have some water. Get yourselves really, really comfortable. If you need to fall asleep or you pass out, don't worry, because we're invoking the healing energy of the divine and of source, and that will be transmitted to you no matter if you're awake or asleep. A couple of other housekeeping things. I will ask you to see or visualize or imagine. Our intuition is the first thing we see, sense, or feel. Our mind is what comes in straight away afterwards saying, oh, you didn't really imagine that. You couldn't have possibly made that up. This couldn't possibly be real. Okay, so please remember that. Go with the flow. Go where I lead you. Visualize what you can. If you can't see if you can sense, feel, or imagine, or intend. So the intention of anything that you do is half the battle. There's no right or wrong way. Everybody has a different element of clair something. So clairaudient, clairescent, clairsentient, clairvoyant, etc. So everyone is slightly different. We just ask that you say to yourself now, I open my crown chakra now. I open my third eye now. I open my heart now. And anybody that is pregnant, I'm not sure if anyone is, by the way, but if anyone is, just imagine a white bubble surrounding the baby in the amniotic fluid. We are going to journey through the womb as a portal, but if anyone's pregnant, you just imagine bypassing the baby. So just kind of thinking of it as a door. I'm going to imagine it as a door. I'm just going to get some music set up. Have I missed candle lighting? Yes, sorry, Michaela. If you could light your candle, then that would be perfect. But don't worry if anyone hasn't lit their candle. It's just a symbol. It's just a symbol of light. Just start just by taking some really deep breaths. I'm just going to do a bit of a sound check with you all as soon as this kicks in. Can everyone hear the music? Okay, thank you. Okay, so just taking a few more conscious deep breaths. If the music at any point is too loud, please let me know in the chat box. I'll turn it down then. We're just going to set an intention now for tonight's healing. We intend to heal ourselves and to offer this healing opportunity out to the higher selves of the collective, to balance the masculine and feminine energies through all space and time, all dimensions and timelines for the highest good of all. And after this healing, we ask to jump to the highest possible timeline for our individual greater good. Just keep breathing deeply. I want you to take your awareness into your heart space. Take a breath into your heart, feel it rise. Maybe even put your hands there. Drop into your heart now. Take another breath in and drop your awareness down into your sacral chakra, so your womb space, the energetic area where the womb has once been. The sacral chakra here is a portal. This spinning red light is a portal to another dimension. Push through this portal or imagine opening a door and step through. Waiting on the other side is your guide for tonight's journey. The sun is setting and the stars are bright in the sky. It's quiet, except for some birds chirping and settling down for the night. Your guide takes your hand or arm and gently brings you down a woodland path. It's lit by natural lights along the path and fireflies guiding the way. And you walk towards a cave. This is Mary Magdalene's cave in the south of France. Her cave of eggs. The summit of human and divine affections, where she spent the last 30 years of her life teaching and healing. Enter the cave and walk down this flame-lit path. Torches lighting every now and again, and you feel a sense of excitement and reverence at what is going to occur. She greets you with a blessing. Rose oil anoints you on the third eye. She anoints you on the heart, and she anoints you on the womb. Behind her you see a red fire burning to one side, and a cool pool of natural spring water on the other side. In this plunge pool, there are roses floating on the top, and bright crystals shining from within the water. Mary invites you to the fire first. She takes your hand. She asks, "Are you ready to let go?" Give her your answer in your mind. My dear child, you are worthy. You are so worthy of love. You do not need to earn this love. You just need to open to receive it and accept it into your heart. But first, I want you to call all the energy of "I am not worthy" out of your beautiful body into your hands. So call all the energy related to the belief "I'm not worthy." Look at its size, its color, its shape and texture. Hold it in your hand. Acknowledge this energy you have held, connected to this "I'm not worthy" belief. Acknowledge how long you have been holding this at a soul and cellular level. In your mind or out loud, repeat after me. I choose to release and let go of this belief and the energy that I'm not worthy. I release this on behalf of all women. Now hand this energy to Mary and watch it as she throws it into the fire. See the flames transform it to white smoke or white light. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. Now imagine all the energy of "I'm not good enough." The belief and the energy of "I'm not good enough." Call it, pull it out of your body and into your hands. Observe the size, the color, the texture. Acknowledge what you've been carrying for lifetimes. Acknowledge the pain that this has caused you. Acknowledge that you've always felt that something was wrong with you. And know that this did not start with you. This started 2,000 years ago. It is not your fault. It is not your belief. Your belief is not your soul. Your soul is so good enough. Hand out this energy now to Mary and say, I choose to release and let go of this belief and the energy that I'm not good enough. I release on behalf of all women. Hand it to Mary and watch it be thrown into the fire. See it transform into white light or white smoke. Transmuted forever. And now you collate all the energy related to it's not safe to be seen, it's not safe to be heard, and it's not safe to be me. Pull and intend and call all of this dense energy out of your body now. How does it look? What is the color? The shape? The size? Texture? How long have you been carrying this energy? This energy of not feeling safe. This energy holding you back from sharing your authentic self. From being your authentic self. Our sole purpose in life is to be our authentic selves. How can we do that when we're holding so much fear? Fear that we're not safe. Hold this energy out to Mary. I choose to release and let go of this belief and energy that it's not safe to be seen. It's not safe to be heard. And it's not safe to be me. Take a deep breath in and release every last particle of this energy out of your body now. See the flames transform it into white smoke or white light. Feel the relief in your body, the weight that you have carried in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, and deep within your soul is leaving you now. It may not fully all go now, but whatever you are ready to let go tonight will be let go. This healing happens for the highest good of you right now, in this moment. Intending and calling all fear and anxiety. Pull that from every cell in your body, wherever it is trapped or hiding. Pull that out into your hands. Fear and anxiety from this life, inherited directly from your parents, or at a soul and cellular, deep cellular level, inherited from 2,000 years of fear and suppression and oppression and pain and suffering. I have held this pain and this fear for too long. I know most of this did not start with me. So I choose now to release and let go of fear and anxiety. Hand over this energy to Mary, and she places it in the fire. Breathe deeply and watch that burn and transform into white light or smoke. Calling all anger and frustration. All the anger that you have felt recently, in the past weeks, days, months, years, decades, lifetimes. What's been handed down into your family line, and what you feel on a deep soul and cellular level. Call the anger and frustration out of your body. It just blocks the flow of energy that you need to live a happy, healthy life. What does that look like? Is there a colour, a shape, a size, a texture? Acknowledge what you've been carrying. Hand it out to Mary and say, I choose to release and let go of this anger and frustration. I want to live a life of peace and love and joy. So I let go of anger and frustration now. I choose to feel peace amidst the chaos. I choose to go within and find my divine feminine source. I trust that energy within me. Hand this over to Mary and see it burn in the fire, transmuting to white light or smoke. Breathe out all remaining energy, just let go. Calling guilt and shame. These energies have been very prevalent in our lives. Guilt and shame for experiencing pleasure, for enjoying sex, for connecting with other humans that we love. Guilt and shame for anything not considered good by society. Guilt and shame for attempting to voice who we are. Guilt and shame for helping others. Guilt and shame for deviating from the mainstream narrative. Guilt and shame for even questioning the mainstream narrative. All the guilt and shame that you've held in this life and all previous lifetimes, call out of your body now. What color is it? What texture? How big is this energy? How affected have you been by the inheritance of this energy? I choose now to release and let go of all the guilt and shame that I have carried in this life and all previous lifetimes. I free myself of the shackles of guilt and shame. I throw them into the fire. I will not be trapped. I will not be caged. I am free to explore who I really am. I am free. I am free. Hand over all remaining energy now and see it transform in the fire. Take a deep breath in. Release it out. And the last emotion for tonight is judgment. Calling all judgment of self and judgment of others into your hands. This energy of judgment has been passed down for thousands of years. We have been judged by our sex, by our race, by our views, by our actions, by our words, by our thoughts. We have been judged over and over and persecuted and oppressed and squashed. And it is time now to make a stand against judgment. We don't need to judge ourselves anymore. We have been judged enough. Now is the time for true freedom. I choose to release and let go of all this judgment. I release the self-judgment and I release the judgment I have had on others. And I forgive myself for that. I open my heart and I forgive myself for judging myself harshly and for judging others. I have done this because I have not been connected to Source. I have done this because I have forgotten my true self. I have done this because I'm afraid to be my true self. But no more. I choose to be kind to myself. I choose to love myself completely, the negative and the positive parts of me. They are all parts of me. I am unique, I am special, and I am so needed on this earth at this time. I am needed to be my true self. And I trust that everything else will follow. One last deep breath in. Mary takes your hand. My child, you have been so brave and courageous. You have taken a big step towards reclaiming your power and connecting to the divine energy within you. Take my hand and enter this pure water. I will hold you and rebirth you again. Take a deep breath in And Mary supports you as she fully submerges you into this beautiful, warm, rose and crystal infused water. After this immersion, she allows you to float easily on your own, so you can absorb the healing properties of this water. The purity, the clarity, the rose and crystal vibrations are making the water shake with a high frequency. This gently shakes and nudges your physical, emotional, mental and spiritual bodies and your whole energy field. Allow yourself to fully let go of anything that is holding you back from being your authentic self. See it all melt away into the water to be transformed. Any pain or block, any vow or contract, any negative ties, negative energy, stagnant energy, old beliefs that don't serve you, responsibilities, burdens, other people's energy, other people's beliefs. Ask yourself to release anything now that doesn't serve your highest self. Mary helps you out of the water and places a deep red cloak around you. She places 2 hands out in front of your heart, and she transfers and sends gold, sparkling, divine feminine energy directly into your open heart. My child, open your heart fully to receive this divine love. The love that will balance you that will heal you, that will protect you, that gives you courage and strength, that allows you to trust yourself, to move forward, that allows you to connect to Source at any moment, that allows you to remember. I remember, I remember, I remember. Know that you are here for a reason. Tonight, this year, this century, and trust yourself and your path and your timing, even if it is not all easy. All is perfect in divine timing for your evolution and growth. You are so loved, and you are now free to love yourself also. Let it in, child. You are so worthy of all the joy, love, peace, and abundance that life has to offer. So just imagine a further rainbow of light moving like a snake around your energy field, in and out of your physical body. This rainbow ray tickling every cell as it moves in and out, balancing your chakras, doing a dance. This rainbow energy wrapping around you, all the colours, all the balance, all the harmony. Mary gives you a final touch of this rose oil on your third eye and says, "Be at peace, dear child." She gives you a symbol or a gift or an energy or something to take back with you to remind you of this inner power. This inner power that you have now reclaimed. You have called it home. It is within you. Taking a minute to thank Mary Magdalene for her support and healing. And turning around and leaving this space with your guide waiting now to take you back this torch-lit path from this beautiful cave. You walk back to the entrance and out into the nighttime. All is still and quiet. And you see a portal or a door in front of you. You thank and say goodbye to your guide. And you step through this space. And your awareness is now back in your physical body. You are taking and have taken this high vibrational energy back into your physical body. And just take some more breaths. I'm just going to play one final song. And you can bring yourself around over this next couple of minutes, however you like to do that. Make sure that you are grounded, connected to the earth, And if you want to move or dance, then please do.
Come gather round. My ears are burning. Tell me the news, 'cause there's a rumor that some things are about to break loose. Did you hear that? Did you feel that? Getting louder. Can you hear that? Can you feel that? Getting louder. Fires are burning deep in the night. While you are sleeping, they feed the vibes. Under the stars, they're starting to sing. And there's a rumor that nothing's gonna stop this thing. Did you hear that? Did you feel that? Getting louder. Can you hear that? Can you feel that? Getting louder. Rise up. No one can hold you down. Eyes are wide open now. Keep your head above the clouds. Rise up. Free from where you were bound. Leave the chains on the ground. Time to turn this thing around. Striving to keep you under the thumb, blind you with tricks so that you succumb. Try to conceal that silent abuse. Now there's a feeling that some things about to break loose. Did you hear that? Did you feel that? Getting louder. Can you hear that? Can you feel that? Getting louder. Fate has decided where you belong. Voices are chanting, they're never wrong. Mountains are shaking, drums am I ringing. No, nothing tonight is gonna stop this thing. Oh, did you hear that? Did you feel that? Getting louder. Can you hear that? Can you feel that? Getting louder. Rise up. No one can hold you down. Eyes are wide open now. Keep your head above the clouds. Rise up. Free from where you were bound. Leave the chains on the ground. Time to turn this thing around. Rise up. Your tears have built this town. Go ahead and claim your crown. You create your future now. Rise up. Free from where you were bound. Leave the chains on the ground. Time to turn this thing around.
Can you feel it? The spirit of people calling. Resist the pressure, the power hungry, you're falling. We lose our focus, it feels like we are just falling.
Just bringing yourself back to your room, to this evening, to this group. Would anybody like to share anything from tonight? So you can use the chat box, or if anyone was brave enough, you are welcome to take yourself off mute and share it with the group. I'd love to know how that went for people. But no pressure, obviously. Please drink your water as well. So beautiful, felt like I was floating in the pool. Magic, yes. I've been in that pool and I've not wanted to leave it. Coming back can be difficult from these things sometimes, right? Kira, hello. I can see your camera on. Hi. I feel an excitement for what is to come. Awesome, Melissa. I hope you resonated a lot with that tonight. I'm sure you did. Karen, amazing, especially when handing over the fear. Really powerful. I was emotional with some. Yeah, some will resonate more than others. It was lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. When I released guilt and shame, I could see a shadow version of myself walking away. So powerful. Amazing.
I'm going to be brave, Sarah, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
Rather than typing, part of this, of course, is it's safe to be seen. So,
Exactly.
yeah, it was so lovely.
Oh, that's good.
I could feel a physical release. With the handing over at one stage, I could just feel this almost jump out of my chest, which was really amazing with some of the emotions. But I think the biggest takeaway was trying to believe that this blissed out state that we all are probably feeling right now and have left in is available to us all the time. And that if we can just shut down that instinctive mind trying to keep us safe and trying to jolt back into these old stories and habits, that this trust and this bliss and this belief that we are all worthy is just hiding there below the surface. So thank you. I'm hoping this is the push forward to live it and to shut down the mind whenever those old stories come up, and try and go within as much as possible to find it again.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. That's exactly the
Thank you.
intended outcome. Beautiful. Anyone else? I've got a couple of things. That's just so much to process and quite incredible. Is it possible that I visualized that I was in a cave from the very start before you brought us there? Amazing. Reem, thank you, Sarah. It was magical. I loved being in the pool. Yeah, I love that place. And Kim, beautiful. Released so much yawning. Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else? Anything to share or any questions? Did anybody receive any visual gift or symbol or anything to take back with them? Sarah, I received a glowing light to bring back. Amazing. Michaela, I saw a lilac butterfly. Wow. Well, the butterfly is the transformation. And we have been in a cocoon this last year doing loads of work on ourselves. So that's beautiful representation of potential change. So great. That's lovely. Received a beautiful rose from the pool. Beautiful. A gold leaf heart. Oh, wow. Thank you, Sarah. So powerful. I felt in the handing over that, a very strongly handing over ancestral emotions too. Absolutely. Oh, someone else had a violet butterfly. Amazing. Wow. That is awesome. So yeah, sometimes it's just nice to have like a visual symbol or reminder. So if you ever see that symbol again, it's kind of like a memory jolter. Ellen, I got a glowing orb in the palm of my hand. I really struggle to hand over anger. I need to do that again and again to release. Very good. Well, this is the start. You're peeling off layers. Some people will be ready and at the point of their journey to just shed everything. And some people will be still working through the layers. So there's no judgment. Everyone's at a different stage in their journey on healing and letting go. So yeah, please do that again when you feel ready. So that's lovely. Thank you for sharing. Kim received a beautiful lotus blossom. Fabulous. Any questions or anything? Someone got a red rose. Amazing. So obviously the picture I shared last night of Mary Magdalene in the email, she had a red rose in her heart. She uses roses all the time. And the rose, I have the oil here tonight, actually, 2 of them. The rose is the highest vibrational of the plant kingdom, apparently. I think that's correct. The visualization of handing over the emotion was very powerful. A pink lotus here too. Wow. So interesting collective energies, the gold lights, orbs, lotuses, butterflies. That's fantastic. Thanks so much. That was lovely. Thank you all for coming. That was really beautiful. Really appreciated your energy here tonight. And yeah, I just enjoyed every second of that. And if anyone has any questions or want to get in touch with me afterwards, please do. You know, my email and Instagram inbox is always open, although I might not respond straight away because of kids and all that. But anything else from anyone else? Okay, thank you everybody. Have a blissful sleep now. So lovely to hear that you've all enjoyed it. So thank you so much. See you all soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.